Barak Yahweh Alam. Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. Interracial couples, interracial marriage, interracial abomination, interracial defilement, interracial fornication, interracial ungodliness. Everything the Most High say no to, the world say yes to, by all claiming in God we trust, that we love the Most High. But maybe people just don't read the scriptures and know how the Most High feel about interracial couples. Our Heavenly Father even tell us not to mix gardens together, not to mix our fruits and vegetables together in a garden, to make a separation there. If you're going to plant tomatoes and carrots and spices, don't just have them all planted in one area. Separate it. Have the spices, have the carrots, and have the tomatoes. And it's very simple because it's all about order, structure. The Most High is not about chaos and out of order. And everything is made of their own kind. And this is so easy to me. And it seems why people don't get it. They seem not to get the issue because it's child play. You got black, as they call us, we're just gonna stick with the general terms. We got so-called black women on this planet. And guess what? There's black men. Why do you think that? And there's white men on this planet. But guess what? There are also white women. Maybe the white men is supposed to get with the white women, and the black men is supposed to get with the black women. Sound about right, right? We the only animal do this, and they talk about animals. We more intelligent than the animals. In some ways we are, but in some ways, animals are just natural, have common sense, and do things the right way. A bluebird will be with a bluebird. A parrot would not try to sleep with a bluebird and go around and say, we all birds. And that's true, we all human. There's different species of dog. You got a Chihuahua, you got a German Shepherd. They all dogs, but nobody want to mix a German Shepherd with a Chihuahua. And when that do happen, usually these dogs are called mutts, and the value are down, and nobody really want them because they funny looking. They don't look like a German Shepherd. They don't look like a wherever. Now, of course, a lot of these dogs come out looking neat and cute. And, I done had a couple bastards in my lifetime as dogs, and they came out to be good dogs, beautiful dogs, unique dogs. But the same way, when somebody asks what type of dog that is, I got to be honest and say it's a mutt. We don't know what it is. It's mixed with just about any and everything. And because of that, unless somebody else got a mutt, nobody would want to mate with that dog because nobody's going around buying mutts. They brown purebred. If we value dogs and animals as being purebred, as being of their stock, then how come we don't value ourselves? Where do this self-hate come from? Where does this denying of self come from? Because you actually have to deny self to lay with somebody that don't look like you, don't have the same hair texture as you, don't have the same background as you, culture as you. Someone that you really can't relate to. Some part of you, you're gonna be walking on eggshells. You're not gonna be able to talk about certain things with that person. You know, I seen a video, it made me so just angry. It was this, I believe she was an African woman, and she was dating this Caucasian dude, and they had the sad music in the background. And she had the first time taking my wig off in front of my husband. And she took her wig off and, and he responded like, looked at it and gave her a kiss. Like, how was he supposed to respond? Like, I don't get it. You had a whole bunch of people giving likes and thumbs up, talking about that's love. I'm like, what is love? I didn't date a couple of sisters in my days. And when we go to the crib and kick it, they throw their wig off. It's nothing. They don't mind showing their hair in front of me because we got the same hair. Matter of fact, they may even say, scratch right here, itch. Might even try to get a couple of them trying to braid my hair or twist my hair. So, like, certain things like this, we ain't got to worry about. Like, she was worried about what was he going to say, was he going to approve? How are you worried about somebody's going to approve of your natural hair? But is this not how we've been programmed? We always worry about how they feel. Are we approved by them? Are we accepted by them? We need a validation. And some of this is validation from them. That, this idea that if I can get somebody other than a black woman or a black man, because this world has devalued us so much to the point that we devalue ourselves to a black man don't see having a black woman as a treasure no more. That's a treasure to have a beautiful, faithful black woman, a Hebrew woman. But instead, he been so programmed to disvalue himself and his woman, his person, that he think any other race of woman, skinny lips, pointy nose, like a carrot, flat booty, no style, no flavor, pale skin, thin, straight hair, mess with anything, y'all. He think, oh, that's the treasure. If I be seen with one of them, that somehow, some way, they're gonna feel like they got value. I asked the question. I seen this on Facebook. This kind of heavy set white woman is on my Facebook, and I'm about to delete her. She's a couple of compliments for me deleting her because I already done checked her a couple of times. But she one of those women that got a thing for black men, and she's proud of it, and she's loud about it. And every day she like to voice it on Facebook about how she's lonely and want a black man, and not just any black man, a dark black man. And that's how she put it. She want a big dark black man to come and be her man. And she put up a post not too long ago and said, I only date black men, period. So y'all white dudes, any other race, stay away from me. And I didn't even know if any other race chasing after her like that, because she's not I don't like to talk about, women because, the value is not in the look, it's really in the personality and the heart and how you carry yourself. But the way that she carry herself and the way that she act, she's definitely a below 5. And, when she try to act ratchet and ghetto, she always posts some black stuff. You know what I'm saying? Lady look like she's about in her 50s. But I realized how disrespectful she was towards our black women. And of course, you'll have a couple of goofballs, a couple of black men, just because they feel like they get some attention, just because some white girls say they like black men, they are there, oh, hey, sweetie, hey, queen, good morning, and all that. But I told her, I said, you don't respect black men because you don't respect black women. Because if you did respect black women, you would not be up here boldly talking about basically taking a black man from a black woman. Because, it's already, nobody is ignorant, as much as they like. Maybe some of them are. Maybe I give them too much credit. Maybe they are ignorant. But for the most part, some of them, if not most of them, some of them know the statistics. They know about the racism in this country. They know about the statistics, how black women are not getting married, by how there's a high rate of uh, especially successful black men dating outside of their race. And knowing that it's already hard for a young Hebrew woman in this society, because as the scripture says that we are under the desirables. And they found a way to turn us against one another. But nevertheless, it's beautiful and how people are queens and royal to the fact, man, I always say it all the time. I look at these modern day cartoons and I'm like, stop lying. Like they be having these white women shaped like black women. And and it's crazy. Even try to give them the little attitude that black women's having. And when I say attitude, I mean that spunk, that spark, that season that only the sister have, that no other woman can't duplicate that flavor. But nevertheless, for her to be up there boldly talking about she only want a black man and a dark black man, like, who are you? Like, she still got that entitlement as a white woman where she think she can get what she want and when she want. She thinks she want a big black man. Hey, she said, I'm gonna get me a big black man. And ain't nothing y'all black women can do about it. And I'm announcing it on Facebook in front of everybody. And these black men act like there's no problem. Like, I'm like, y'all don't see how she disrespecting our women by saying this? And she don't respect our women, then she definitely don't respect y'all. But people, they don't understand, how can a white woman or a white man lay down with a black woman or a black man and not have some type of love or respect for them. They be like, oh no, not Johnny. Johnny different. His parents didn't raise him like that. No. Oh yeah, his parents racist, but he's not racist. Yes, his family racist, but no, he's not like that. Yeah, his grandma, but not him. Oh yeah, her family, but not her. She be standing up for me. We can't go to her family dinner, but we can go to mine. Yeah, she stand up for me because she won't even go around her family because of me. No, she won't go around her family with you. And this whole idea that just because they lay and sleep with me, that they not racist is just foolish thought. So back when our ancestors was getting raped by the slave master, because he was raping them, did he have love and care for them? You know, I like to bring up the movie 12 Years a Slave. You know, even though I hate these movies and I really hadn't seen the whole movie in the whole, but I seen little parts of it. And I see how they try to romance things and fantasize things. Apparently, that white man had a thing for that black woman. Some would even say it was love. Would call her Black Queen, the queen of the field, would give her compliments. But that man did not hesitate to beat the crap out of her when it was time. Y'all remember this? And see, first he wanted the black man to do it because he wanted her to hate the black man. He wanted, how they always do, they want us to hate one another. They turn one of us against one another. You know, I remember talking to this black woman that so-called was in love with white men and didn't date black men because they was no good thugs. And her so-called fiance will always remind her, and this her white fiance will remind her how no good black man is and how he is, you know, she's with the better race. And finally she snapped out of it. But she used to tell stories like they'll be sitting down eating and a black man walk in and she'll be like, he'll be like, oh, there go Tyrone. How many baby mamas you think he got? Come on, you know it's true. You know he's probably a felon. You think he's been working today? And she said that would make her feel bad, that she would try to do everything to try to separate herself from being black in the black race. And dating a white man was one of them. And she was trying to show them all that she can, that she was not like one of them. And he'll even make jokes about, you know, oh, look, that's your Shaquita. You know, you ain't like them, you know, you ain't having different baby daddies and blah, blah, blah. But you see this white man that's supposed to be in love with her so much, they'll go and take from this black woman her body anytime that he want. Had this strange fantasy about her. Is mad at the black man because the black man is not beating her with all his strength, is not beating her. Now she's already in pain being beat, but he want to see her get beat bad. Look what he's doing to her. Just the same white man that through the whole movie, so-called in love with her, so-called fantasize about her. That I think at the end of the movie, he raped her or something and she died while he was raping her. And he was crying like, oh no. So this whole ideal about they can lay with us and still not like us or respect us and see us as equal, even through slavery. The slave woman, she had a couple slaves on the side, a couple men that she used to force to come sleep with her. She'll say, if you don't, I get you hung. I say you try to rape me. So them sleeping with you don't mean that they love you or they respect you or that they see you as equal. You know, a lot of them say, well, they go against their family for me. No, they don't bring you around their family. And they say, well, I choose you over my family. But when you not around, they talking to their family, they with their family. And if their family like that, then you know it's been brought up in them. They just decide, hey, I want me some of this. As what was that Chinese woman that dated Young Jeezy? Everybody acting like they was the ideal couple. How come? Some Chinese woman got a black swag acting like a Negro, made a statement she only like white guys, but she don't mind having her black meat on the side. And some of y'all Negroes are so have no standard. You don't mind that. Oh, she like us on the side. That's what's up. She can have me on the side anytime. Because y'all Negroes don't value y'allself. If I'm not the main dish, shout it. I don't want to be your side, your snack, your drink, or nothing. I don't even want you to sit at the table. But that let you know how some of y'all dudes don't have no respect for yourself. And it shows every time you date outside your race, it shows you have no respect for yourself. No respect. You got, and it's ideal that a lot of brothers like to make, well, acting like there's no good black woman. Like, well, what we supposed to do? We supposed to stay lonely? Nobody want to get with Shaquita that done had 5 or 6 baby daddies and don't know how to respect us. So, or now are you saying that's all black women? That all black women are Shaquitas? But then if somebody turn around and say all black men are thugs, all black men are what they call us Craig, Tony, whatever. If you say all poo poo, there you go. Ray Ray and poo poo. If you say all dudes with Ray Ray and poo poo, they got 7 baby daddies and felony, you'll say that's not true. I'm not one of them. So why do y'all try to put every black woman in that category, knowing that's not true for black men? Yeah, there are some single, faithful, righteous sisters out there that's waiting on a faithful, righteous black man, but you so busy trying to look over the pond and get a passport that you're gonna think it's green on the other side. And my only issue is that you going against the Most High and that you making it, how can I say, you adding issues to the Hebrew race. Because in Jubilees it says, as long as these Negroes date outside of their race, that a plague is going to be upon us, especially of us that see it and don't say nothing. But it said a plague is going to be on all of Israel. If the man date outside and if the woman date outside. So it's my duty to speak up. Because at the end of the day, I don't care. Because I feel like y'all sellouts anyway. I feel like I don't get it. I don't respect it. But why do I care so much? Because it's damaging to our race. It don't benefit our race. It don't benefit the little black girls and boys that's growing up and seeing this. Because as much as we being devalued in this place, we are more devaluing ourselves and treating ourselves like we ain't worth dating. And then you got a sister with a white man taking this green on the other side, knowing that's not true. And then they got these dumb accounts on Facebooks and Twitter where they actually got white men and white women with black names and black folk profile pictures, pretending to be Negroes, talking about Negroes and how Negroes are no good and how every black woman should get with a white man and every white man should every black woman should get with a white man and every black man should get with a sister. They don't do that with no other race but us. Only dumb accounts like that, well, counts pop up, well, you got whole black people promoting for their own race to date outside their own race. And you telling me you can't see the agenda? You tell me you can't see the attack on the black family? And you gotta ask yourself, why is this so important? Why do they want us so much not to be with ourselves? That all I typed up was interracial couple. And it don't even say interracial couple, it got interracial marriage. Like it couldn't just type in, you know what I'm saying? Like it had to put marriage behind it. And it got a dozen pictures of white and black. But when I type in black couple, I gotta be very specific. No, black man and black woman. And then there are very few pictures. Why are in our TV shows, in our movies, on the news, everywhere they showing interracial couples? Why? Self-blaming. Why? When you got the goat man that represent Hasatan, represent Satan. They got the breast and the snakes coming up. Why on both his sides, he got a black boy and a white girl on both his sides? On one side, a black young man, and on the other side, a Caucasian child, as if he try to put these two together. And it's sad because his plan is working. That's why you got LeBron James' son take, taking out some Caucasian, and then people taking up for him like, why if it's anybody's business? Because this is a black man that one of the men that we can salute that say he didn't date outside his race, that him and that Savannah hold it down, that he got pure Negro children, that they marriage is not messy, and they got wealth, and hopefully we want their wealth to stay in the black community, not swift to some white girl. And then you gotta ask why date a white girl? Because his daddy put him in a position where the school he go to is predominantly Caucasian, where there's barely no black females there. The only black people are there are for sports, for what they call it, epidemic, athlete for the basketball team, just like Colorado State. You know, all respect to Deion Sanders, but that school is 90% white. The only black people there are the Negro boys that's there for football. So who they got to date? So it's a setup from the get-go. Because these high players get drafted to the high play white school where there's no sisters around. And every party they go to on campus, nothing but full of white women, white girls. And let's be honest, we know they are a little freaky in college. And they don't mind sucking up a black young athlete. We can just be honest. You know, this football player, he was telling me that when he started playing football, his mentors or the people that they had mentor was telling him he had to cut off certain friends and he couldn't go to certain places. So he said he got to a point where he wasn't seeing his people no more because all the places he went to was expensive and was where the white people shop. And when he go out with his friends, even when it wasn't his black friends, and they'll go out with some of their white friends, there'll always be some high stake white restaurant where they are the only black people there. And their friends, their white friends will always be trying to hook them up with some white girl. And it's like the higher that we got up, the more money we made, the less sisters we seen. Not only the less black women we seen, but the less black people we seen, period. And it's by design. So what is this? Is this love? They just falling in love? Because as soon as they so-called uh don't be in a prime no more, all of a sudden those divorce papers come out. And it's not about love so much. And it's about what's my half. Maybe y'all like compliments like that. Maybe y'all like for y'all white counterpart to say sweet things to you like this.
This nigga ain't even average. 512 pounds. That's 512. Your men folk got no shame letting Patsy out. They ain't yet come. She's swung lower than 500 pounds. Feel she is. 138 pounds. I ain't done, Treach. You know what a minute's luxuriate on the work Patsy done? Damn queen. Born, bred, and feel. Nigger among niggers. God give her to.
Did you hear what he say? Call her a queen. The queen of the field. A niggas amongst niggas, a keeper. Lesson with because apparently he was righteous. But nevertheless, that's all some sisters or brothers need to hear from their wild counterpoint. All you need for doing to say, oh, you big old black king, you King Kong, you my man. I don't care what nobody say. And y'all so Then they say, you know what, you my queen. I don't care what nobody say. Whatever my family say, you the queens of queens, and y'all so. But that didn't stop him from beating her after death and raping her and devaluing her and treating her just like anybody else. Thing is, do you respect yourself, black man and black woman? And how can you continue to date outside of your race? How can you? Like, how can you wake up and be satisfied? How can that not bother you? You know, I tell people all the time, I'm a man. You know, any woman turns me on, but I'm not attracted to every woman. I'm only attracted to the Negro, Black Hebrew woman. There's something about that dark skin, that woolly hair, those thick lips, those wide nose, there's something about her. Yeah, the other women, yeah, they can turn me on if they take their clothes off. Yeah, I see other, I see white women that are nice looking. I see Chinese women that are nice looking. I see Mexican women that are nice looking. But they don't do for me what a black woman do. They don't turn me on how a Negro woman turn me on. There's something in her gene, there's something made for us. And when you go out and water down your seed and get with something that's not like y'all, like, where's the logic in that? Where's the logic? It's wicked, it's evil. There's no justification. But you know what many people did? They drunk the Kool-Aid. They buy the lie. This world is ran by Hasatan, and he is the father of lies. And he lets you believe that some flat booty, skinny look, straight, thin hair, blue eyes or green eyes or brown eyes, pale skin, nose like a carrot, no rhythm, saying, oh my God, it make you think that was value. It made you devalue the true queens of the earth. And for my women's, they made y'all devalue the true kings of the earth. Made y'all think, oh, he's nothing but a felon. Oh, she's nothing but a hood rat. Nah, we belong together. And we when we get together, that's magic. This is why they did everything to break up the black family. You know, brothers always like to cry about, you know, sisters, they chose welfare over the black man and all this and all this. And y'all forget who's behind the whole thing. And why was they doing this? Why did they want the woman to kick out the black man? Why didn't they want y'all to be the head of y'all house? To be there with y'all black queens? To be fathers to y'all sons? To show y'all women that we are men, that we able, our great great granddaddies and done it in a country that didn't give a two cent about them, just like they don't give a 2 cent about us now. But he was even worse back then. But they still respect from their woman. And their woman still respect them because guess what? Back then they knew they was in it together. They knew they had each other. And they knew that they were stronger together. Today they lie to us and tell us, Love is love. You don't need a headache. Stop, leave that black man alone. Leave that black woman alone and go and get somebody outside of your race. So you can have a whole bunch of biracial kids that don't look like you. It can be a whole bunch of confusion. And they told you that it was grass was greener on the other side. That the other race of women, because I'm a man, I done heard it. They said that the other women, they respect us more. They submit to us more. They cook and clean more. I'm here to tell you the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. When you find there's no woman more faithful than a black woman. There's no woman that can cook better than a black woman when she want to get down in that kitchen. Now, of course, we got to change our habits because she'll been done gave you high blood pressure and gave you a kid. We got to change the way that we eat. It's high time we wake up. Things got to change. We can't keep eating soul food. But nevertheless, I know this because grandma made miracles with little. Grandma stuck by granddaddy's side. Even when granddaddy had liver failure and had to get his leg chopped off, grandma was there. Even when there was rumor about granddaddy had another family down the street, grandma didn't run out. Grandma was there. When you go over to grandma's house, you can make sure grandma was in that house cooking or cleaning. And everybody else was over there. And she was always giving some good advice. And then when you go to granddaddy was either sitting in that rocking chair or outside with a BB gun or something. And he seemed a little cold or harsh. But what granddaddy was teaching you was keep your mouth closed. When you come around granddaddy, you didn't talk too much. You can hang around granddaddy as long as you didn't talk that much. And after a while, he'll let you in with he own. Grab that over there, boy. You know how to shoot this? Here, let me show you. Do this. And if you just be quiet and hang around granddaddy, he'll teach you some things. And that was the black family. It wasn't perfect. And nah, we're not saying every black family got to be like my grandma, your granddaddy, and them. Because they had flaws also. Granddaddy was not so faithful. And also, there was maybe a little rumor about grandmama stepping out once or twice, and nobody never found out about it. But just as the scripture for us to learn, even our past of our ancestors is for us to learn. And we see the pain that stepping outside, having other families have, the negative impact they have, having half sisters, half brothers. Look, mama told us like that, half sister, half brother, forget all that. That's your sister, that's your brother. And that's how we live. But still, there should be no such thing as half sister, half brother. There should be whole families intact through high water or hell. What else can they do to us? We done been through slavery. We done been down, our pride done been low. The rest of the world done forsake us. As it's written in the scriptures, we turn to our lovers and our lovers don't even want us. We turn to the other nations and they say we don't want you. But we still cry after the other nations. Why we still running, crying after the other nations, trying to validate with them, trying to lay up with them, mixing our seeds with them? How do we think this is going to better us? If you're thinking about yourself or just me and mine, how I can get money and all that, think about the kingdom, the village. Do we think like this anymore? Black man, do you think about the hurt that the Black woman has been through dealing with a lot of the Black men in America? Black woman, has you thought thought about the hurt that some of the Black men's been in this country from a Black woman, cheated with his best friend, left him high and dry. He cheated with her best friend, left her high. We all been hurt. That's why when you find somebody, and not just anybody, but that Black woman, that Black man that truly love you and respect you, you hold on to him. You found a diamond in the rough, a needle in a haystack. Because it's not easy for a good man to find a good woman. I'm gonna just be frankly for you. There's a lot of wicked out there. It is. There's more sexy red and ungodly women out there that following after the footsteps of these ungodly women. And there's so many of these young thugs, flip-flop, sugar in the tank, trying to be gangster one day, the next day sleeping with their homeboy, poison the community, not trying to wife a female. There's many of men's out there like that. Let's be honest. That take advantage of women. And there's many women that take advantage of men. But once you mature and know better, and you know what to look for and how to look for it, when you finally find her, when you finally find him, all praise to the Most High. You don't let nothing break that up. And you let the devil hate, and you lead by example, and let the children see that it is possible. Let the young Black boys and girls see that it is possible for two Black people can be in love and work through their problems. Because I'm telling you, they ain't got nothing on our sisters, fellas. They ain't got nothing on you, ma. Nothing on you, nothing on you. And Black man, you already know, they ain't got nothing on us. So let's produce with our own and create more of us. You know, with the swag, with the style, with the woody hair. Only us where we can put a wave cap on and get a 360 and make you sick. You know how we used to say, like, boy, watch out, these waves are, you get sick, get seasick looking at these waves. Just putting on a breast and brushing our hair and putting on a do-rag. Or braiding it or plaiting it up. Or looking at our sister get block parts and wear they natural hair. They don't want to see us together. And it's sad, but I have to come here just as much they promoting interracial and dating outside. I gotta come here and promote Black love and dating your own. You don't have to hate the other race to want to date your own. You don't have to say all other races of women are ugly to prefer your own. And it's not, oh, we all got different types. We all got different purposes. You ain't got that pleasure. You ain't got that right to take another's man counterpart. As a black man, I don't have a right to date a Chinese woman, a Mexican woman, an Asian woman. And as a white man, he ain't got a right to touch one of my sisters. He ain't got a right to put his hands on a Hebrew Negro woman, because that's not his. That belongs to some other black man. Now we need to look at that globally and also in-house. That when your brother got of course, there's plenty of beautiful females out here. And your homeboy, your brother, your cousin may have a fine woman. Don't lust at her with, don't look at her with lust in your eyes. Don't try to get with her. Understand that that's his and respect that. And appreciate and love what you got. Because we so busy looking at what other people got, we forgot the beautiful and precious things that we got in our own hand. I always say if people imagine that they girls with somebody else, they'll be trying to chase their girl, think the girl the finest thing in the world. Don't forget who you got, who the Most High bless you with. No, ain't nobody. Every man ain't 6'7", broad shoulders, cut like an athlete, and every sister ain't 5'7", thick, big jelly booty, size. I don't know what C cup. However they may portray, but that's the beautiful thing about it. We all unique in our own way.
Hey, Dave.
We all unique in our own way, with our own different hair texture, our own different skin tone. That's the beautiful thing about Black people, about the Hebrew man and Hebrew woman. Till next time, Shalom.